Hello everyone and welcome back finally to episode 7 of Gary and I's F1 23 McLaren co-op career mode. Yes, we return tonight for the duel in the Formula 1 crown. It's the Monaco Grand Prix. Gary, how are you doing, my guy?
I am doing so well, Matt212, and we are here ready to tear up the streets of Monaco in Leclerc's home Grand Prix. But last time out, when we came here, it was an absolute disaster last game. So I'm hoping really we can just finish this race.
Yeah, I think finishing is probably the, to finish first you must finish, Gary.
Yeah.
Was a famous line, I'm going to say by Graham Hill, but I think I might be wrong. And of course, he was Mr. Monaco for all those years. But having a look then at the championship, not looking great for me so far. 28 points back behind my teammate. We're still currently locked into a pretty comfortable P4 in the Constructors' Championship. But I'm going to go out on a limb, Gary. I reckon we're both going to score points tonight.
I agree with you, but it all depends on putting a good quali lab together.
It really, really does. Speaking of qualifying, let's get into it.
Water.
Here we are then, Gary. The water is looking rather grey and gloomy, but it's time for the Monaco Grand Prix. Looking awfully overcast today, but it is only going to be one-shot quali, and we'll wait and see as to how we get on, my guy. My engineer's eyes are screwed.
On bold balls to the wall here.
Okay.
Couldn't have done that.
Are you in a wall?
Very close. I had to almost stop the car to not do it.
It might be the raggedest lap I've ever done at Monaco, but come on, up towards the line. Gary, where is it going to be?
Mine's awful. I threw it away immediately. 13th for me.
Fantastic.
Actually, that's significantly better than I thought it was going to be. Significantly. I think you got pole. He did get holy crap, what the heck did you do? I need to see some sector times here.
Let's compare sector times then.
I need to go on an investigation.
What was
Not
your
on me,
sector one?
not on you and me, on you and Russell. 18, my sector one, I literally had to stop in turn 1 to not.
What was your sector 1?
19-0.
Okay, so I was 3/10 up there. What was your sector 2?
What was my sector 2? 34-3.
33-3.
There we go. That's starting to make sense. And then an 18-5, but I smashed the wing in that one.
Oh, I do an 18-1.
I went balls
sector.
to the wall in the final sector because I was like, I already threw it away, so I'm just going to start hitting stuff.
I will admit that lap felt really good.
I
will also admit that my sector 2, I did take a lot of curb down at the chicane.
Okay. All right, I respect it.
It might have just about got you a penalty on strict, but it wasn't like it didn't like straight line it. It was just very aggressive.
Okay.
But I will take pole position here for the Monaco Grand Prix. My final sector I nailed as well. That was like Verstappen-esque. I think so. But Gary, we're not here to talk about NASCAR.
Greetings.
We're here in the sophisticated land that is the Monaco Grand Prix. How are we feeling coming into this?
I have a big fear of water. And
you mentioned this last season, I remember.
There's a lot
this.
of water around here, so that's part of the reason why I struggle.
Is some of that water your tears from your sector 2?
Sector 1 was really where I feel like I lost it all. Because that set me up for the rest of the lap to be bad.
Fair enough.
When I lost the confidence, you know? The confidence.
A confidence. 39 laps, Gary. I'm not looking forward to this, even though I'm on pole.
I actually, if I can just be
I
smart.
forgot my name. Well, I am happy as well. I'm going to go on the record here before it goes out the window. in saying that I can cause a bit of a train if you box early. You know, potentially allow a bit of a Geraldino undercut.
Well, let's see what happens here. There's only one way to find out.
You know, for the team.
For the team
Not
player.
for you, not for me, for McLaren, for Zach Brown.
For Zach Brown.
He loves me after pole yesterday.
The great American.
Making sure that their car is ready for the battle.
That's interesting. We're the only ones on softs. However, I am likely to lose the lead off the start. Because this is F1 23, and I can't start. Unless Russell goes nowhere, I don't fancy my chances.
My goal is simple. I'm going to do what I've done all season long and be smart and patient.
That has worked for you. It has not worked for me. But then again, I haven't been smart or patient much.
There was only one time this season when I got aggressive. That was Miami, and that was my worst race.
Yeah, that was probably my most aggressive race as well, and it went well. So take from that what you will. But Gary, let's do this thing. It's Monaco Grand Prix race
There's
time.
an AlphaTauri in front of me.
Yep, you did not do well. I can't even see your... There's your car.
Hey, I'm back here.
Lining up
Pulling up.
towards the back of the field. Have the tables turn.
Leclerc surely is to have trouble.
Leclerc will end up behind you, yes. He won't score. This is nervous. I forgot how good the thingy's formation lap is. Right, Gary, we've held the lead off the start.
Good stuff. I'm up to 11.
And now, to settle in. You made 2 places, you say?
One.
Oh. Ah.
I almost went 3 wide into there. Alonso had the same intentions that I had.
Ah. Tyres feel good, though. I'm liking them.
Yeah, so far. I don't like being on the softs. I've never been a fan of them in this game. But today calls for an extracurricular decision.
Yeah, I quite like him. So Perez, for reference, is the first car on hards. He lines up 5th.
Oh, all right. 3 overtakes in the first lap.
That's good going. You're all but guaranteed to have overtaken more cars than me today.
Joe up here in 8th.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo were good in this series, remember? Oh, why are they yellows out, Gary?
Know.
Oh, it's a Williams.
Not me.
Just thought I'd double check.
Oh, Albon.
No.
Already. Rip Albon.
In the same place Damon Hill retired all those years ago.
This will probably be the quietest Grand Prix of the season.
Oh yeah, our edits are going to be like 6 minutes long.
Man, I'm pretty happy with the first couple laps.
You and me both, my friend.
Alright, around the outside of Verstappen into 7th.
Okay, fair play. Oh, you're making good progress, aren't you?
We're moving, dude.
Gary, we're 10% of the way there.
You're keeping count.
I really probably am going to be today. I'm going to be counting
That's your
those
motivator,
laps.
isn't it?
It really is. I remember last season I made 7 laps here, so if I beat that, first of all, I'll be impressed.
I'm pretty sure I was already out at this point.
No, you went further than me.
Oh, that's right,
But you binned it like 3 times.
Yes.
I can already feel myself clenching my steering wheel so tightly.
Oh, dude. My wrist already.
You clenching something else quite tightly?
No, whoa. That's for after the race and the celebration.
What, if I win or if you win?
If I win.
Well, the only thing I'm worried about is my gearbox is at 63% wear.
Yeah, mine's really worn too. 67.
Oh.
Oh, contact.
Oh. With?
Sainz kind of missed the apex a little bit. But we get the job done anyways.
Good man. Ah. You know when you skim the inside wall at Raskas, it just throws the back of the car out?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still scary. Well, Gary, I've officially gone further than I managed last season here.
And you haven't hit anything.
Oh, I've hit a couple of things, just not very hard.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I clipped the inside wall at Raskas. Is your gap to Perez coming down at all, out of interest?
Yeah, I'm into his DRS now.
Ah, fair enough.
My left front is pretty hot. All my tires are a bit hot, but...
Gary, we are 20% of the way there.
20% already, huh?
It's always reassuring when Mark's already warning me about the tyre grip.
Oh, yes. What are your tires at currently?
Let's have a look. 37, yeah, 37 pretty much all round.
That's 32 on the rears, but 37 on the front.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. And Gary, we are 30% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
30%, baby.
Oh, interesting.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Interesting, young Gerald.
I kind of the softs have kind of flatlined,
Yep.
so I'm just stuck behind Perez.
Okay, interesting.
And I'm not a huge fan of being stuck.
No.
Like, help
you
me
are-
step, bro. I'm stuck, kind of deal. But like,
You are a huge fan of Perez, though, aren't you?
so we'll see what we can do here.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see. Whereabouts? Oh, you come out last still. I still seem to be able to pull away from the AI. It's just not by much every lap. But the gap is consistently going the right way still.
Like, I was able to pull away from the cars behind me still, but just getting into an overtaking spot got really difficult.
Yeah.
Setting himself up well for that tennis career next year.
Yeah. It's off to Wimbledon with you.
Yeah. Okay, with me, huh?
Not with you, don't worry. You're a Formula 1 driver through and through. You know how to beat a teammate. Actually, you might have beaten Sorokin in 2018. I don't know. No risk on pit entry. Intrigued to see where I'm going to re-emerge, though, in this Grand Prix. I was hoping ahead of the Alfa Romeo. That was kind of the gap I was eyeing up. I might be ahead of Perez, actually. Might be a little bit further up. Oh, I might actually be ahead of Carlos. Oh, no, Perez is there, sorry. Ahead of Verstappen.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
That's better than I was expecting. Ahead of Carlos Sainz. We love it. Let's just get this thing deep into the Grand Prix now. Oh, the grip, Gary, the grip.
I just did a bump and run.
On who?
Sergeant. I went into the final corner and just punted him.
It might have to be the first overtaking manoeuvre I've made today. So I'm a wee bit nervous. Around the outside of Perez. Right, he's going to fight it. Oh, Checo!
Oh?
You madman! We're fine. He sent it over the inside curving at turn 1.
Yeah, no, turn 1 is sketchy to go overtake on the outside. As I'm going to do it right here.
As he's about to
And gap
prove.
to the car in front is 2.0 seconds.
Well, Charles Leclerc's actually on a decent home Grand Prix so far, but I mean, look at the grip. Thanks for that, Charlie. Did you have to get a new front wing?
I did get a repair on it.
Oh, interesting.
It was very light green,
Right, yeah.
but so I didn't feel any difference, but my philosophy was, with all the traffic, I'm going to gain all the time back.
Interesting.
And based off where Perez currently is, I would say I was pretty accurate with that idea.
Sorry, ignore me. I just accidentally got a run on Lewis Hamilton where I wasn't expecting. Come on then, back to the lead. Oh, look at that run on Georgie boy. Round the outside we'll go.
Great work. That's a
Being
new
past him.
fastest lap
Oh,
of the
hello.
race.
Well, I overtook 2 Mercedes and still was able to get fastest lap that time. We'll take it.
W.
How far ahead of Leclerc are you?
I'm going to be ahead of Leclerc, I can tell you that.
No, how far ahead? I'm trying to work out where you
Oh,
might re-emerge.
A good bit ahead of him.
Yeah, you might be up to P2. You might be close to the Mercs when they pit. Depends how long they stay out, I suppose. But surely they're going to be boxing soon.
I mean, we can come out of here with P2. That'd be a heck of a recovery from P12 on
Would be
the
a
grid.
I'd say P13, wasn't it?
12 to
Hamilton
13,
in.
something like that.
Hamilton is in the pit
Yeah,
lane.
it'll be close with Lewis.
But if you're ahead of Lewis, one might believe that you can get the jump on George.
I'll be ahead of Lewis.
Gary Owens. Beautiful work.
And in the process, a huge lunge around the outside of zone will get him to.
Love to see it.
Wasn't even alongside when we hit the braking zone. I just got a sender.
Oh, you went hard.
My goal. Yeah.
Gary, we are 50% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
I just damaged my wing
Oh, Gary, how badly?
in the tunnel.
How?
Yellow. I got distracted.
Russell in. Are you pitting again, or?
No. Car drive's good enough still. If I can just have the track position, I'm not concerned.
Well, Lance Stroll having a wonderful weekend here at Monaco.
Are you lapping him?
I've just lapped Lance Stroll, yes.
Jesus.
Bear in mind, Aston Martin are meant to be our rivals in the championship. Sorry, Fernando
Joe
Alonso.
is in 5th, by the way.
Yeah, I know, he's yet to box, isn't he?
No, I'm pretty sure he has.
Don't think so.
Are you sure?
Because he's dropping back loads of time, because he was 4th a lap ago.
I think you're right.
Gary, we are 60% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
And that means 15 laps to go, Matt. How are you feeling at this point in the Grand Prix right now while leading?
It's nervous still. I'm making sure I'm not losing focus. Don't want to do anything stupid. I'm thinking, Gary, to be honest, there was a time many years ago where McLaren were 1-2 here at the Monaco Grand Prix, and their lead driver had rather the margin over P2. Do you know what happened that race? The year was
I got no
1988.
clue. Oh, I have no idea, Matt.
Ayrton Senna, from a 50-second lead with a handful of laps to go, binned it.
Oh, okay.
It
So
was-
what you're saying is you're going to wreck.
I'm not saying I'm going to wreck, I'm
hope
just going
you
to
don't.
try and not do an
Okay,
Ayrton.
we're looking at some gearbox
Okay.
wear, so try to keep the
In
number
more
of
ways than
shifts
one.
to a minimum, please.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about that one. But, to be fair to him, it was the last Monaco Grand Prix in his F1 career that he didn't win. He won every year after that until his untimely death before the Monaco Grand Prix in 1994. So, how is the pressure from Russell, Gary?
I mean, he's all over me. But there's only 2 straightaways where I just got to hit the overtake button and I'm fine.
Are you very much parking the bus?
No, he's not that close. Like, he gets to within about 8/10 and then can't really do anything after that.
Right, okay.
I'm able to kind of keep the gap right about there. I have... Uh-oh.
Cool.
I've lost a gear.
Ah.
What gear is it?
Which,
I've lost
is it
4th.
8th? Oh. What worries me is I'm not far behind you on the gearbox wear.
Pretty confident I lost a gear in my career mode race here as well.
Yeah, it's often the point you do, because of course you don't really want to take gearbox penalties coming into Monaco. You either try and remember to do it at Imola the weekend before, or you suffer the consequences here. I can't believe I got max out durability in my car at the moment. My control electronics, I'm on the first run of the season still, and it's at 20% wear after 20 Grand Prix. Oh, I've come up to a big gaggle of cars.
I got my 4th gear back.
Yeah, it only takes a couple of laps this game, luckily, doesn't it? Thank you, Esteban. Thank you, Yuki.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Gary, we are 75% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
That's 3/4, Matt.
That is 3/4. Thank you, Valtteri.
As I come through to cross the line, Matt, I am 75% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
Good man.
We're just out here big chilling. Hoping that a red flag happens, really.
That would be just my luck this series. A red flag,
And
I
I'll
get
just-
put on full wet to the restart.
No matter what, I would just absolutely barrel it off into turn 1.
I would not blame you. Well, I didn't want to mention it
But
earlier on,
was,
Gary.
With your starts, I might not have to.
Yeah. I was going to mention it earlier on, but I thought, no, I don't want to say anything too soon. And I'm sure by saying this with 8 laps to go, it is still too soon. But I remember after we finished recording Imola, of course, you bagged a 3rd at Bahrain, didn't you, and a 2nd at Imola. You
Yep.
said it would be just your luck if I then went on to win the Monaco Grand Prix.
I said that?
You did say that.
Well, let's see what happens here. We still got time
There is still
for
definitely
things to go
time.
wrong.
There is still definitely time for things to go wrong. I am not trying to forget that either, as these tyres starting to get a little bit slippery underneath. Thank you, Magnussen. But I'm hoping the Alpine in front is going to be the last car I need to lap.
I could go for some chocolate milk right now.
Some Husky chocolate milk?
No, not Husky.
No?
No.
Is it bad, or have you just never tried it?
No, I've never had. I don't think they have it in Canada.
Fair enough.
Just want to shout out to all the crew members that hang the pit signs out over the wall that you can never see on the way by.
And, of course, you can actually drive through and break their arms.
Yes. One day I'm going to do a career mode episode storyline where one gets hit by a car and killed.
You like to keep it light on the Formula Owen channel, don't you?
Yeah. Have a big memorial episode.
Bloody hell. Gary, we are 80% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
I want to hear 99.
So your pace must be standing up pretty well, because not even the Ferraris have caught up your train yet.
I'm starting to drive away.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, fair play. Oh, timer warning lights flashed up.
Oh. Could we see some drama?
Could I get a puncture with 3 laps to go of the Monaco Grand Prix?
That'd be kind of funny.
It would not.
In turn 1.
Gary, we are 90% of the way through the Monaco Grand Prix.
10% remains.
And I
Can
tell
Matt
you
hang
what,
on?
I tell you what as well, goes to show just how much more fun this game is to drive, that we can actually do this when it was near impossible on F1 22.
We were out before the first 10%. Ish.
Yeah, I was going to say, not
Last
quite, but it was just such an unpredictable game. Like, there was no rhyme or reason to it, was there?
Now here we are, 1, 2, top of the board.
In a McLaren that has seen a big update patch.
Mechanical issue.
Oh no, I've lost 4th!
Say again, you have
Oh, I was really hoping you're... Oh no, I binned it.
Well, I would have loved to have got the gear back for the final lap of this race, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But Gary, one more trip around this 2-mile little principality, and what a race it has been today. I will
Can he
take
hold
the
on?
pole. We were a second clear of the field, and you know what? Come race day Sunday, I've been able to maintain that pace advantage. A little bit, you know, because Gary's had front wing damage and has caused a bit of a train, but towards the end you have pulled away from the field once again, doing a valiant job throughout the entire afternoon, my friends. Oi! I almost binned it!
Oh man. There's still time.
Got a huge amount of oversteer heading through Upper Mirabeau. Maybe that was me finding the final gear again. Let's have a look. Let's find out. Yes, I've got 4th back. We will take it, but yeah, unable
my
to score
tire
points
lights
here.
on.
Unable to score points here last season in the Alfa Romeos, but Gary had P3 in Bahrain, P2 last weekend at Imola. I think all eyes were on Gary to put McLaren back on the top step of a Formula 1
Oh no, my
podium.
DRS is broken, Matt.
And just like in 2021, when Ricciardo got a win for McLaren, it was a 1-2. Their first win since then, unless Gary bottles it, is going to be the same. I'm going to take the dub.
Are you sore?
I am sore, Gary. The sorest. The sorest I've been in my life. Where is young Geraldinho? We're right on board with him throughout this final lap. Now would be really stupid to make a mistake when he's got all the eyes on him, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely insane.
No errors.
But Gary Owens rounding his way through the final corners of the Monaco Grand Prix. The gap's going to be about 50 seconds. It'll probably come down a little bit because I took these last few turns so easily. Gary, it's going to be a double podium. It's going to be a 1-2.
Out of the final turn.
The
From 12th
full
or 13th to
44
P2.
points. Get in there.
Good drive from both of us.
I am so proud of us, Gary. We deserve that.
We have matured. We have grown up.
Double DNF
And now we
next
are a
race.
championship force.
Hang on a minute.
Absolutely.
50-second lead. And you get driver of the day.
Well, you gotta understand, you know, I held on with the damage. I passed everybody twice. And here we are.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If I'm not driver of the day, hey, we got the same podium celebration.
McLaren back on top, Gary. Can we fight now?
Look at that trophy. We can. And we will.
I believe in us. George Russell there on the podium as well. Good job for him and Mercedes. Red Bull really struggling this weekend, but I think, Gary, That'll leave Perez back at the top of the table. I'm just enjoying the podium celebration. It's good to see us both up there.
Perez is up by 3.
Perez, yep, has reversed the gap at the top. But I am going to be drinking champagne all night long. First win here at Monaco, Gary. The first win of the McLaren Cult career mode as well. I am taking it.
Look at the gap to Aston Martin now. We are
a long way ahead.
Way ahead.
Well, I'm now ahead of Alonso.
Also, we are a legitimate threat to get to Ferrari if we keep on doing what we're doing. Red Bull's quite a ways ahead, but never say never, depending on how the next part of the season goes.
Well, Red Bull have a tendency, I don't know if you've had this as well in your game, but mine, they're good for about the first 10 races and then completely fall off a cliff.
I've had a mixed bag.
Like
So it could go either way.
Verstappen has entered the midway stage of every season, I think, on my team, leading the World Championship, and he's only been able to convert 1. And that was only just.
Joe got a point. W is the last one on the lead lap, too.
He was, yeah.
Take that.
I couldn't quite lap him
stuff.
in time. Gary, what a drive. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed. And, well, I guess we'll return next Friday with Barcelona, the new version of the Spanish Grand Prix. That is hopefully going to be good fun. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.